right here is pen 1, and pen 2 is right there with the little pine trees in them, and pen 3 is right behind it, and then pen 4 is down there with the aluminum gate. Here kind of gives you a look at the chute and the corral area right over in here. Here's pen number 1, and I'll make a map and put it in here where you can kind of see the layout. Video is starting at the back of the barn right here. Right here is pen number 1, and I got a couple of farrowing huts in there, and it's 60 foot wide by 120 foot long. And the reason I did that was for I could break this pen up into 6 farrowing lots. I'll show you over here where it's a 16 foot hog panel and a 4 foot gate. Hey, this is Sean. Welcome back to Boat Right Farm. So I was going to show you what I've done in the past. If the wind's not blowing. What I've done in the past is break this off into 6 20 foot sections, 20 foot by 60 foot pens, and let them farrow in there. Put them a hut and put them a water barrel in there. So I'll show you how I kind of got well, you can see. Let me see. So I have a 16 foot hog panel right here, and then a 4 foot gate on each pen. I have 2 gate handles right here where I can move them in and out if I want to cut this pen off. But I do have 2 strands of electric going around the whole inside of the pen. This is kind of a farrowing / breeding pen or whatever, but it gives me some options. This right here behind me is pen number 2, and it's basically the same setup. A 16 foot hog panel, 4 foot gate. Some of them have just pieces of fencing on them. It's nothing fancy. And then it's got some field fence going around, or hog wire going around the sides. This also has 2 strands of electric on it, and it's set up just the same. So back when I had 25 sows, I would have 12 pens here, and I would let the sows farrow at different intervals. So, I mean, there was a time where each, the 12 lots here were had huts and pigs and piglets, just slap full. But what that did was it gave me an option to take that stuff down and just use it use the whole entire pen. So that seems to work pretty good too. But this pen is 60 foot wide by 120 foot long, and it's got the same thing. It's got the 16 foot hog panels, or these are sheep and goats, whatever I had at the time, and just 4 foot gates on them. But these pigs have access to the whole pen. Same thing in pen 1. They're all breeding right now, so hopefully we'll have pigs in March. So that's what we're looking for. So let's go back and take a look at pen number 3, and I'll put the map in there where you can see that. Here's the back side of pin number 2. It's just a 5-foot T-post and some 36-inch hog wire, and then 2 strands of electric. And I don't have any problems with pigs getting out of this. And I don't know if it's showing up or not, but the corner post here on the for the corner, I just welded some bed rail onto the T-post to make me a corner. It's just what I had at the time. This is pin number 3 over here. It's 75 foot wide and 125 foot long. So this was going to be, and it's what it is, kind of a training pen and a grow out pen. Let's get a shot of it where you can see it good. So it's basically the same thing, just T-post, hog wire. I think this might be the 39-inch hog wire. And then 2 strands of electric on the inside. I just put the clips on the T-post. And it's just a good, easy way to put up a pen. The hog wire don't have to be super tight or anything. The electric's what's going to keep them. But I can put smaller pigs in this pen and they don't really try to get out. I don't have any problems with, 40 or 60 pound pigs trying to run through the electric with this pen. That's their little shed right there. Well, I hope this shows up all right. So this is pin number 4, and it's the same setup. It's basically 75 by 120 foot long, 75 foot wide, 120 foot long. And this pen is just it's got 4-foot field fence on it and just a single wire of electric. And so usually anything I put in here is a little bit bigger pigs. This is the 4 pens that I got. I do also have 3 pastures or woodlots that we got what we called a front pasture, which is on the road, and then we have the middle pasture, which is in the middle, and then the back pasture. So the middle pastures right here is probably about 7 or 8 acres. The front pasture's probably about 5 acres, and the back pasture back here in the trees that goes up behind the house, it's about 7 or 8 acres too. Right here, where we're standing at right now, is behind or below pin number 2, and this is going to be a barn that I'm building, 20 foot by 50 foot. Take you around here and show you up the lane. Here's the lane right here between pins 1 and 2. This is pin 1 over here, and this is pin 2 over here. And then Pan you around. And this is where the barn's going to be. I'll pan around kind of slow. And then there goes the lane up through there. This is my chute right up through here where I can load them up onto the trailer. So I have a gate right here to let them in and out of the pasture. I also have a gate behind that plastic there where I can open and close it to let them out of that pen. I have a gate right here to where I can close this gate coming back this way. So that gate that's back there behind you will close and come right here and close this off. Say if I bring them out of these pens down to this bottom section, this gate opens back to here, and then you funnel them into that chute right there and load them on the trailer. But too, this sorting area isn't something I use too often. If I can just get them to load right into the trailer from the pen, that's what I do. It's simple. If they'll load up that way, this is kind of a last resort if I have to do it. I'd rather build a little something and load them right out of the pen. You know, just put up back the trailer up to like this gate right here, and then just put some panels up, or that black plastic that you seen earlier. If they can't see, they seem to want to go forward. So that if I just use the trailer, or like sometimes in the back pen, I can pull the trailer and the tractor in there and load them right up that way. That just keeps it simple. Try to make it as least stressful on me and the pigs. So it comes out to a good result, because once they get stressed out, that's it. You might as well forget about it, come back another day. I had to come in the greenhouse. It's windy out there. So if I miss something, just leave something in the comments. Now these pens didn't happen overnight. I built one pen at a time. You know, I would started with pen number 1, and then we added and added and added. You know, this just didn't happen all at one time. This has been years of raising pigs. But if you got any questions or anything, or you'd like to see something else, just leave it in the comments. I mean, I don't have a drone, so that was the best I could do. But here's a look at it from up top. And like I said, it's just simple, nothing fancy. But I do want the pigs to stay put. For the winter time, I don't want to take any chances of them getting out, so that's the reason I pull them off a pasture. Thanks for watching, and have a blessed day.